Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday night, and it is another round of the Zenith F1 Esports Round 7, this time live in Canada. Here we are. Beautiful track, a fan's favourite, a driver's favourite. Although on this game it is a cruel mistress because penalties are very easy to come by around here. As I'm sure we're going to find out, we're going to see plenty of laps invalidated, plenty of penalties, I'm imagining now. So there is your Drivers' Championship as it stands. Osai Noble just a 2-point lead over Leclerc. Matt 2, our reigning champion, is bouncing back. Slim did not score in the last race. He'll be looking to have a bounce back as well. Red Bull lead by 8 points from Renault, but Alfa, Ferrari, AlphaTauri are all in the mix as well. Mercedes and McLaren are both resurging up as well. Bjorn's in the chat saying hello. There is the front. So Hilsrap still right in there. Angelo, who unfortunately is not here tonight, is in there. Granty Boy Lucas, after his fantastic result last time, in there as well. Still 10 rounds to go. Still 250 points up for grabs. It's still wide open up there at the moment. Let's go live as qualifying is about to get underway now in the beautiful sunshine of the Montreal track. Just the 16 drivers. I've got 4 guys who I don't know where they are. One's running late, and we've got 3 drivers who have sadly gone AWOL. I don't know where they are. However, it opens up an opportunity again for the likes of Frisky to add on to his first points of the season he got last time out. For Bill to Matt to get his first points of the season. That's definitely a possibility as well. And of course, as you can see on your screens, and his name pops up here, here is Steve, who smashes the wall of champions. Oh, that is not the best introduction. I was about to say welcome to Steve, who is now a full-time driver from reserve driver, replacing BP in the Haas, and he has smashed the wall of champions, damaged his front wing, and that is his first run absolutely ruined. And that's, I was saying penalties is a problem around here, and of course the wall of champions is there to bite as well. So Granty Boy out there now in the McLaren, trying to get his qualifying. He has to get his qualifying sorted. No Q bans this time out. Everybody free to race, and Granty Boy needs to sort that qualifying out because he has struggled immensely so far in qualifying. It's cost him great race results. He's still been bagging a lot of top 6, a lot of top 10s, a lot of points, but last year's runner-up, bad qualifying, has really put him on the back foot so far. And of course, talking about back foot, Osai Nova, championship leader, had his first non-point score last time out in Baku. He was looking to bounce back. Granty Boy, one of the first drivers to complete a lap. So Osai Nova, our championship leaders on 108.4 straight away, straight in the mid 108s, and that is a good time. Expecting 108 high 107s to be pole. Again, if you're watching, I apologise. I meant to have a full grid. I've got a driver running late and 3 drivers who have just gone AWOL. As Granty Boy goes within a second of Osai Nova there in second place, but I expect the times to continue to tumble. On board is Slim, who retired, and in fact he's invalidated. I said it's going to be a problem today. He retired last time out. Big shock, big retirement after crashing on his own, trying to avoid Rimpy hitting the wall. What a chance here for, like I said, for Bill to Matt, for Steve, for the likes of Bjorn, Jamie 1, Frisky to all score some points. Jamie James as well. He was very unlucky last time out with Jamie James after an excellent show in qualifying. Just the 3 cars on the time so far. Hilsrap looking for a much better race. Hilsrap, don't forget, he was involved in that last lap tussle. And he, of course, retired after a collision with Angelo as Osai Nova goes even quicker, and that's more like it. A 108.0 straight into the low 108 for Osai Nova. Just 2 times on the board. Hilsrap, as I said, retired last lap with that collision with Angelo in Baku. Cost him a ton of points. Don't rule him up the championship yet. Like I said, 250 points to play for. 10 rounds to go. Actually, there with the bonus points on. 260 points technically as Hilsrap goes second. Just 3/10 back from Osai Nova, and I think he'll be pretty happy with that banker lap. So not much pressure on in Q1. Good opportunity as Jamie James goes up into 3rd place. Jamie James out-qualified his teammate last time as Jamie goes 4th. On his debut last week, Jamie James out-qualifying Granty Boy. Saturday qualifying has not been strong for Granty Boy. There's Frisky Biscuit on the back of his first points of the season, last time out in Baku. Looking to build on that. He likes Canada. He's coming up to some tracks he really likes now, as he just avoids the wall of champion, just avoids the penalty as well. So this lap will count for Frisky Biscuit over the line and ahead. Oh, no, he's into 6th place, just behind Granty Boy. 1.3 seconds back. Lucas on the medium tyres. Joshua Stevens says, evening Dave, hoping for the same result for Red Bull Duo tonight as they had last night. Come on, Jacob, of course, yes. In the mini-series, it was Leclerc 1, Jacob 2, and they were very close the whole time. And can Jacob, and I say it every single race, can Jacob finally get his season going? Lucas goes last on his set of medium tyres. He may go a couple more times. Yep, there's the Frenchman, Alain Simon. Simon is back. Great to have the Frenchman back with us after missing last time out in Baku. Has gone well in every outing so far, although another one who just hasn't got it quite right in qualifying so far. Oh, it's spinner, and that was Lucas. I'm pretty sure it is. Lucas in the wall. And that is a... Has he got any damage? So Lucas, that's turns 5 and 6. Has he got any front wing damage? I'm surprised if he hasn't, and he has. So he must have got on the gas. Lack of rear grip there from Lucas, and Lucas, who had that stunning podium last time out in Baku, already up against it. What can Simon do? Coming down the back straight now towards the famous Wall of Champions. It's a tight, twisty track. Very technical, very stop-start track. Not too many overtaking moves can happen around here. This is the main one. And then down to turn 1 as well. That's your only really overtaking moves. If you can get close enough, you can never go down to the hairpin, of course. As Simon jumps to 3rd place. That's a good effort from Simon. Like I said, has not got it going in qualifying so far, but that is more like it. What about Jacob as Matt 2 goes fastest by less than a tenth? Jacob's invalidated. This is not going to be a track that's going to favour Jacob too much with the penalties. It's Bill to Matt now. Bill to Matt, 3 11th places for Bill to Matt. He has been so close to the points. Agonisingly missed out last time out in Baku. With a limited number of races in tonight's race, this is a wonderful chance for Matt. Matt, who goes well around Canada. Matt admitted himself he gave up towards the end in Baku. He let drivers go, thinking the race was done, and yet 4 more retirements were to happen in front of him. He ended up finishing 11th, just missing out the points. So he's invalidated there, so that won't count. Steve, in the meantime, has jumped into 10th place, 1-2 seconds off the top. I'm pretty sure there's more pace to come from Steve. Rimpey still in the pits. We've got Bjorn out there. Bjorn in the Mercedes, filling in for Nick Mania. Bjorn, our reserve driver. 3rd outing for Bjorn. His last time we saw him was in the Netherlands. As of course, Bjorn in green. No movement from Leclerc, but Leclerc's gone out now. So he's of course 2 points behind Osai Nova in the championship. Nova currently 2nd, bit of a gap then to Ilsrap and Simon. Of course, they don't need to burn tyres. They don't need to do too many runs. Only one driver's going to go, and as it stands, it would be Bjorn. Of course, he's a last. There's Leclerc just in front of him, getting ready to go again. As Osai Nova is already done. Bjorn coming down to start finishing straight. The Dutch driver. Breaks Wall of Champion. The wall is there, ready to bite for any victim. We've already seen Steve hit the Wall of Champions. Bjorn nails it to perfection, while Leclerc about to start his lap behind him, and Bjorn goes into 8th place. Jacob crosses the line and goes into 5th. 2nd lap in for Jacob, and it's 5th place. Half a second down. Feels got more time to come from him. So who haven't we got times from yet? Steve's back in the pits. So Slim. Again, he's on an outlap. Slim, again, struggling in qualifying. Rimpey, Leclerc, Bill to Matt, all out there as well. Just trying to get a time in seems to be a bit of a problem. And Matt has got a time in, and he's put him ahead of his Haas teammate. 2 good friends, of course, Bill and Matt, and Steve in that Haas. And Matt has got himself into 12th place. On board with Leclerc. Can he take the championship lead? Baku, of course, is his strong track, and he won it beautifully. Got to be said, he kept his head calm, was not involved in any of the chaos. came through to win the race. Jacob, his teammate, is currently 5th. Where can Leclerc fit in? As it stands, Rimpey will be out, but he hasn't done a time yet, and Slim up against it as well. Here comes Leclerc on the start, finishing straight, and goes top of the timesheets by less than a 10th. Oh my word, already the championship contenders are already at it. On board with the Finnish driver Rimpey, who had an incredible debut, 4th place in his first race after being up and down the order like a yo-yo. Of course, he was off on lap 2 and sadly didn't cause Slim to retire. Slim had to hit the wall to avoid Rimpey's accident. Unfortunate for Slim, wrong place, wrong time. However, Rimpey managed to recover, had a few front wing changes, was running a lot of it outside the points and managed, with a little bit of a luck from a late safety car, to recover to 4th place and just behind Lucas for that final podium spot. How can he go here? Go see Jamie James competing well again there in 7th place. Jamie won, Rimpey's teammate there in 8th place. Racing Point have had a difficult start to the season so far, but can they pull it back? Of course, Rimpey and Jamie both double scored last time out. Hillsrap is also done for the session. Rimpey giving the World Champions a very wide berth. Not going to bother that at all. Doesn't start finishing straight. He goes and into 8th place, just ahead of his Dutch teammate. Great stuff there from Rimpey. Nicely into the session. So what about Slim? Can he get a lap on the books? He navigates the wall of champions, and will he push Steve to 16th as it stands out the session? And he does. Into 6th place goes Slim. Looking again to bounce back from last time out in Baku. And it's going to be, it looks like the 2 Haas drivers, they could be fighting it out. Bjorn and Lucas have both done their times on the medium tyres. So Matt is out there now, cruising. He's in fact, he's done 3 laps, hasn't he? So I imagine he'll be coming into the pits. And a bit of a calm before storm. So who's on the brink? Steve is 1.9 behind. Steve, who went very well last night in the mini-series. In fact, I was mightily impressed with Steve's pace. There is definitely more to come from him. More to come from Matt. Surely more to come from Lucas as well. Frisky Biscuit on the verge of his 3rd. It will be his 3rd Q2 appearance this season for Frisky. As it stands, Bjorn not comfy, and Granty Boy taking absolute no risk, because of course this track will be getting grippier and grippier as the session goes on. The times will come down, and Granty Boy, who has been caught out before in qualifying, is taking absolutely 0 chances this time by. As I said, just as I'm getting messages through, yeah, just a 16, Lennon's running late, and 3 drivers have not told me that unfortunately they're not going to be here. So yeah, frustrating. So it's the 16 drivers, and it's not big opportunity, like I said, for the likes of Bill to Matt, Frisky, Steve, Bjorn, Jamie Won, Rimpey. You know, so much opportunities now to get some big points. Angelo's missing, Flying Star's missing, Nick Mania has been replaced by Bjorn. Here comes Granty Boy about to start his 2nd run. Look how close to the World Champions he gets. Skims it along. What can he do for a 2nd run? Let's ride on board there with Granty Boy through turns 1, turn 2. Keep it tight on the apex. That looks good. Into 3rd gear, 4th, 5th. Up the gears he goes into turns 4 and 5. We saw Lucas, of course, spin it not long ago. Again, so easy to invalidate your lap time. It's such a narrow, twisty track. Into turns 8 and 9. The famous corner where, of course, Vettel made a mistake and Button in 2011 won the race from dead last. Incredible race that was as well, and again you can easily invalidate it here. Granty Boy did a great job, looking very smooth so far. Behind his teammate Jamie James by 3 tenths. Into the hairpin he goes. This is probably the only corner, is your safe corner that you can't really invalidate on. And now nothing left to do but a purple middle sector from Granty Boy. This looks a lot better so far. Down the back straight comes the Englishman. Into the chicane, which is another, literally every corner on here you can invalidate your time, you can pick up a warning, pick up a penalty, as Jacob goes fastest in the Red Bull. 107.9 into the 107s we go. It's the Red Bull 1-2 as Granty tucks in just behind his teammate Jamie James. And Frisky's already invalidated his time. So Lucas on an outlap. Matt's about to start his flyers. Let's go on board with Bilton Matt then. And already George Petros and Vettel never get on it. Frisky boy, Frisky of course, on the back of his first ever point score in this season in Zenith, last time out in Baku, looking to build on that again. Of course, he went well last night in the mini series as well. Got himself a top 10. 2 top 10s in a row. Matt looking very neat and tidy here. This is looking a lot better from Matt, staying on the same tyres according to this graphic. Is he saving his soft tyres? It says 3 laps, of course. Oh, an invalidation. Oh, and Matt's struggling to get the lap in. And that is a big blow. No, he'll back off and surely go again. Jamie Wan's done, feeling confident there in 11th place. Bjorn back out there on a set of his medium tyres, going in quicker and improving. Frisky's invalidated, but he's going to go again from the moment Granty Boy comes in the pit. So Lucas also on the verge, but he's on soft tyres this time. So Matt was on a fresh set of soft. So Lucas, our hero, is invalidated. Our hero from Baku, of course, that incredible podium. The thing is, everyone's retiring, and we should get Q1 done right on time. So has Matt gone again? Yes, he has. So Matt is going again. Stee on his outlap. The battle of the Hasses to get into Q2. Surely they've got more pace than Matt. Just down. Just down. Of course, he's not too far behind Lucas. Can he pick up more time on this lap? The track getting grippier and grippier. This is now the best time in the session to be out on track. This is where Matt keeps invalidating. Can he get it right this time? No, he can't. He can't. He should have time to get another lap in and go again. Frisky is on a fly. Can he improve? Can he get ahead of Bjorn? Less than a second separating the top 11. It's really close again. Red Bull 1-2 from Jacob and Leclerc. The champion leader Oside Nova in 4th place. That reigning champion Matt 2 is 3rd. As Frisky Biscuit does not improve. And I think Matt is out of fuel. Matt's out of fuel, so what can Stee do? Can Stee get himself out of Q1? I would be majorly surprised if he doesn't. Big lap here for Stee, who passes his teammate. Matt does not go again, so Matt's going to be in trouble if Stee doesn't improve. Down the start finishing line goes Stee. He does improve. He does improve at 109.5, just behind Lucas, and he displaces his teammate out. Although Lucas going even quicker, and the checkered flag is out. So Frisky for the 3rd time this season is through to Q2. Stee gets through just behind Lucas, and Lucas a bit. Oh, in fact, he invalidates and he hits the wall of champions. And that will be lap done for him. Still improved by a 10th. So Frisky is coming back to the pits, and Bjorn, who's stuck with the mediums all the way. So interestingly, Bjorn has used his medium tyres up. I'm glad to say no qualifying bans for this session, so we're going straight in. And that is incredibly close. The top 4 separated by just 1/10 of a second. Bit of a gap then to Hills are up. Simon, Slimbo, Jamie James, Granty Boy, Bjorn, nothing. In fact, Jamie Wan, Bjorn, Rimpy, nothing between them whatsoever. Then a bit of a gap then to Frisky. Lucas, who messed up his final run. Stee, I'm pretty sure, has got more time to come. Matt just missing out. Matt just could not hook the lap up together. Frisky Biscuit saying the same. He can't get a lap hooked up at the moment. A few drivers complaining about the sun, the last chicane getting in the way. Just waiting for Stee to park his car up, and we'll be getting going with Q2. So sadly, no Lennon tonight, no Angelo, no Flying Stars, no Nick Mania, and no Crazy Power. And that is Q1, and unfortunately we have lost Matt from the qualifying. Bjorn and Lucas both get through just using their medium tyres, but Matt is out. Again, struggled to avoid the penalties, and this could be crucial for Q2. And seeing how slow the medium runners are compared to softs, that may be a warning shot. Most may go for softs and avoid those medium tyres. But Jacob just ahead of Leclerc, just like last night, just as we've seen all season. These two are so close in qualifying. It's the races where Jacob becomes a little bit of a victim to penalties and bad luck, of course, disconnections. Of course, Zandvoort, he was leading and spun it on his own from the lead. Can he finally kickstart his season? Many of us are hoping so. It'd be great to have Jacob up there as well. Of course, Oside, Nova and Leclerc. 2 points separate them at the top of the championship. Then a bit of a gap then to Matt 2. Slim, Hills are up. Angelo was coming up. Of course, Angelo had a couple of 3 podiums in a row. Or 2 podiums in a row and a good outing last time out, but he won't be adding that this time by. So who's going to be the first out in Q2? Who's going to get the track time? Who's going to get the TV time? Usually even Nova, Matt 2 or Slim, they're usually pretty rapid up the garage, and Slim leading his teammate Hilser up, and I think it's Nova. I think Nova's got the jump again, and he has. Nova is the first man out on track at championship leaders. Let's jump on board with Oside Nova then. Like I said, last time out, his first ever non-point scoring finish in Zenith. There's a beautiful shot at the grandstand. Just trying to see if there's any update on any of the drivers that haven't showed up. So what can Oside Nova do? Oside Nova is not a perennial qualifier, of course. Monaco, which is his absolute speciality track, he was pole and won. It was a relatively comfortable race for Oside Nova there, but qualifying is a track, is a thing that Nova really struggles on this season. However, it hasn't made too much difference to him. His consistency and his ability not to pick up any penalties in races have put him in mainly put him in the position where he is now. As he begins his laps, it's right on board with our championship leader then. And also close, of course, his lead that was 27 points at one stage, or 28 points at one stage, has now been sliced up, and Leclerc is right on his tail. Of course, 10 races still to go. Plenty of time for the drivers to get involved as well. Mac 2's come back at him. Slim is not out of it yet, nor is Hilsrap. Hilsrap very much still in the racing. Can somebody else down the field make a charge? Can Simon get going? Can Jacob get going? The other flags, that looks like for traffic. Nothing about Oside Nova is so smooth and calm on the wheel. Always had such a balanced car. Of course, the fastest middle sector so far, but he is the man leading the pack round at the moment. It just looks effortless. Absolutely effortless from Oside Nova. On to the Water Champions. Now I've said that, I've probably jinxed him. He's going to mess with the Water Champions. That's what usually happens. In he comes, and it's just absolute masterclass. And Oside Nova, on the medium tyres, of course, goes to the 108.4. That is quick. And on the medium tyres as well. And Slim can only get within 3 tenths. Hills up and Slim again, separated by not a lot at all. What about Jamie James there in the McLaren? Looking for his second Q2 appearance of the season. Of course, his debut last time out, qualified 5th. And looked very impressive. Medium tyres for Frisky, who's gone into 4th ahead of Lucas, who's had a horrible lap on the soft tyres, and Jamie James, slightly missing the apex there, got it a little bit outbraked himself. Jamie James getting past, looks like one of the Mercedes drivers there, and down to the hairpin he comes, a little lock up the wheel there. You don't lose too much time down there. But a massive oversteer on the exit, and that will cost him time. Couldn't get the power down, the medium tyres not getting on the grip so far. Down into the Water Champions comes Jamie James then. Yeah, the Renault's trying to get out everyone's way as well. Matt 2's had a bit of a nightmare first run of his medium tyres as Jamie James just kisses the Water Champions, and so does the Mercedes in the background, and Jamie James goes 4th just behind the 2 Renaults. Not a shabby first lap at all by Jamie James. What about LR Simon? He's invalidated. Leclerc in the pits. Bjorn's had a lap invalidated as well. Is Lucas about to improve? No, Lucas invalidates and he's struggling to get a lap in, and he's on the soft tyres. He does not want to be wasting a soft tyre run at all. This is bad news. What about Jacob? Here he comes. Top of the first session, Jacob Bradbury. Down the start, finishing straight he comes. Matt 2's gone second in the meter, and Jacob goes fastest back into the 106s. Sorry, 106. What am I talking about? 108 too, sorry. 106 on mediums would be quite phenomenal. But Jacob is looking good round here. And to the top he goes, out of Oside Nova. Matt Tucson 2 lap on the mediums and finds himself in 3rd place. So Bjorn on the soft tyres messed up his software and he's invalidated again, so he's not having a nice time out there at all, is he? Simon has got the softs ready to go, so who's going to gamble on the softs? Jacob will be pretty content. But that time on 108.2, that is unbelievable. That should see him through in the mediums. And Jacob rarely starts in the mediums. He usually, as Slim and Hills have both done 2 laps in their mediums, but Jacob usually starts with a softer compound. Goes a little bit different. Right, who's just starting their flyer out there? Leclerc on an outlap. Steve is... You know, the graphic's not updating, which doesn't help anybody. Granty Boy is definitely not that. I think Steve is invalidated, and that's that done already for Steve. So Simon on the soft tyres. Slim's done 3 laps on those medium tyres, and he will not want to start on 3-lap old medium tyres. That's not the way he'll want to go. On board with the Frenchman. Beautiful front wing shot there. Of course, that'll be a new livery in the AlphaTauri for the next game, as we see some of the car launches now being launched. AlphaTauri will have a blue nose. Of course, the Alfa Romeos have swapped the colours around. Beautiful looking car. Looks like AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo have done a bit of a switch on their colours. They're both beautiful looking cars. McLaren pretty much the same, Red Bull pretty much the same. As I'm sure the Ferrari and Mercedes will be as well. Williams is set to change. And of course the Aston Martin launches very soon. All eyes on that next week. Here comes Simon, the French driver, on the soft tyres. As Slim goes to 3rd. Simon starts his flying lap now. Slim. Oh, I can hear a car engine. I thought the car was stationary. It's probably just Slim's car. Right, Leclerc on his flying lap. Can he join his Red Bull teammate at the front of the field? They looked mighty in Q1. Slim 4 lap on the medium tyres. Surely he won't want to start on those medium tyres with 4 laps on. Yellow flags are for slower cars, for traffic coming into the pits. But Slim, I'll be stunned. Tyre wear's not major around here, but 4 laps on your medium tyres, that's a lot. Leclerc on the mediums as well. Simon on the softs. You've got Steve, Bjorn, Jamie 1, and Granty Boy, and Leclerc invalidates. And that is not the start Leclerc would have wanted. What about Rimpey, the Finnish driver, also on the medium tyres, trying to get through? They're trying to avoid the softs. As it stands, only 7 representative times out there at the moment. Rimpey followed by, that looked like the Frisky Biscuit right behind him. So here comes on board with the Finnish driver, and over the shoulder shot. Rimpey avoiding those penalties as well so far. Looking good. Looks like Steve's had lap invalidated, as has Leclerc, as has Granty Boy. And Steve has come back in the pits, and looks like he's going to, as Rimpey does the fastest middle sector. So Rimpey's got a little bit of speed here. Steve's abandoned his middle run, so I imagine he'll stick on a set of softs and try and get himself into the top 10 that way. Simon has invalidated his lap, the Frenchman. Oh, and Rimpey invalidates over the wall, over the final chicane. What a shame, because he was on a good lap as well. In fact, that would have put him to 6th place. We are struggling out there. What about Bjorn on the soft tyres? And he goes 2nd. And that is testament to Jacob's time on the mediums. However, Bjorn should be in. And what about Jamie 1? He's on the soft tyres as well. So Bjorn and Jamie 1 do not fancy the mediums. And Jamie 1 invalidates. They are struggling. Who was that popping themselves in there? Granty Boy, good time. Good time with 6th place in the medium tyres for Granty Boy. That's a very good outing. And that is more like it from Granty Boy. So Rimpey's already invalidated this lap as well. Steve's in the pits. Jamie 1. Oh, of course. And I think what's happening is if you invalidate in the final chicane, it then invalidates the beginning of the next lap. So some drivers are not being able to get in another flyer because it's invalidating their times. This could throw well, it's going to throw a lot of penalties in a race. But this could absolutely throw a spanner in the works in qualifying as well. So Jacob from Bjorn, from Oside Nova, from Slim. Will Slim pop the soft tyres? Rimpey comes into the pitch. Jamie Wan. Bad news here. Simon, Lucas and Jamie Wan have all used a set of soft tyres and haven't really got a time on the board. Only Bjorn has made those softs work. As Osai Nova heading out on his original set of mediums. Osai Nova, he should be safe, but Bjorn's time there is a little indicator that these guys on the soft tyres could well improve. Osai Nova taking no chances. No Cubans, everyone is free to qualify this week. On board with the championship leader. Matt 2 out there as well, and Lucas is taking no part in qualifying, and he is out, and that will be him out with 5 drivers behind him yet to set a time. That will be Lucas starting, well, it could be 15th. He's 7 seconds back. Osai Nova, beautiful as ever over the final chicane. Doesn't even bother the wall of champions, and he starts on a lap on the medium tyres then. Just a 10th and a bit back from Jacob. A bit of a wiggle there, a little bit of oversteer there on the exit, so Lucas is gone. Frisky will qualify out of Lucas, so it's guaranteed 14th for him, and Steve. Leclerc back out there as well, 4 minutes to go to the Q2. Osai Nova trying to improve his time, putting some more time wear on those tyres. I will be standing as Hillsdrop's back out there on medium tyres as well. They do not want to touch the softs at any price. That's a risk for Hillsdrop because he's only 7th at the moment, and it's the likes of Jamie James and Frisky as Nova is going faster. Purple middle sector, so the track is rubbering up nicely, and the mediums have still got plenty of bite. But look at that. Rimpey, Steve, Jamie Wan, Simon all got the softs ready to go, and has Frisky. Leclerc out there on mediums. So the likes of Hillsdrop, who's gone back out on mediums, could be in a bit of trouble here. He's going to have to improve. As Granty Boy retired too early. Here comes Nova over the line, and 2nd place just behind Jacob. Good time there for Osai Nova. So who we got out there? We got Leclerc about to start his fly. So here comes Leclerc now on the medium tyres. He's got to get this right. If he invalidates again, he's in serious trouble of not getting through. And the man currently 2nd in the championship, 2 points behind that championship leader Osai Nova, has to hook up a lap here. A little bit of pressure on the Young Creek driver right now. Down into turns 5 and 6. Looks so far so good. Hillsdrop improves to 6th on his medium. So Granty Boy is now being pushed down 1 place. Hillsdrop's done. He's happy with that. Is it enough? Especially with these drivers on soft, because Simon's back out there on soft tyres. Osai Nova just ahead there of Leclerc locking up his wheel. Matt 2 is done in 5th place. That should be enough for Matt 2. But again, he'll be nervously waiting for the soft tyre runners. Granty Boy may have played himself. I don't know, that's tough, but a lovely slipstream there for Leclerc, who avoids the wall perfectly. This looks a pretty neat tight lap from Leclerc over the line, and it is at its fastest, and yet again, just ahead of his teammate Jacob. An incredible battle they've got going on right now, and it pushes Granty down to 8th. And Jamie James back out on medium tyres. My word, interesting stuff. So Simon on a flyer, trying to avoid the traffic. Look at that, the top 4, well, the top 5, separated by less, I'll tell you what, let's make it the top 6, separated by less than 3 tenths, and Hillsdrop's even closer now as well. As a little bit of an oversteer there, a little bit of wiggle from Simon. He needs to get ahead of Bjorn back out there on a set of soft tyres. That's a bit of a surprise for the Dutchman. That's all Simon's car, the oversteering galore. That car looks a little bit wild for Simon's liking. Simon, in fact, well, he's flying, of course. He's on the soft tyres. The fastest times are on the mediums, but Simon looking to do a low 108, possibly even a 107. Coming up to the final chicane. So we've got another key. Of course, every corner around here is ready to invalidate your time. It's so easy done. Can Simon get through? Oh, he has. Nicely done from the Frenchman. This should put him right up the order and get him through to Q3. And it's only 6th. It pushes Matt 2 down. Our reigning champion could be in trouble here. Jamie James now on the brink. Steve, Bjorn, Rimpy and JB1 all out there as well. Good evening to Tim Butler, who has joined us from the IRC. He'll of course be rooting on the IRC boys, Frisky, Bilton, Matt and Steve. So all eyes on Jamie James and Frisky, Rimpy, Steve and Jamie White. I tell you what, Matt 2 could be in trouble. So could Hillsrup and Granty Boy as well. So Frisky on the soft tyres, here he comes. Looks like he has hooked up a lap together. Where could it put the Welshman? Oh, he improves, but he just misses out. As Jamie James, he's done as well, so Frisky's not going to make it, and Jamie James is out. So all eyes then on Rimpy, Jamie 1, and Rimpy's in the fastest middle sector on the soft tyres. So the drivers under threat are James, Granty Boy, and Hillsrup. Frisky Biscuit just missing out. He's still within 8/10, so look how close it is. Top 12 separate. Steve goes 12th. So Steve hasn't got through either, and the top 12 separate by under a second. And is Rimpy about to join that as well? Oh, tap the wall of champions. Will that cost the finish driver? Over the line he comes, and into 9th. They're not going as fast as we imagined, are they? Bjorn's about to do a time, I think, but here comes JB1. So, and Bjorn does go fastest. And can JB1 get himself in the mix into Q3? The answer is yes! And pushes Granty Boy out! And yet again, Granty Boy is out in Q2. How many times have we seen that this season? Frisky comes into the pits. That was one of his better qualifying efforts in 13th. Lucas is 15th. And just 1.1 seconds separates the top 14 drivers. We expected Canada to be close. It's certainly given us that. That was a great qualifying. Rimpy gets in by the skin of his teeth. Yet again, we've got a nice mixture as let's get the tyres up. So yeah, look at that. Soft for Bjorn, soft for JB1, soft for Simon, soft for Rimpy, but medium for Leclerc, Jacob, Oside Nova, Slim, Matt 2. Top 10 is going to be a beautiful mix of tyres, soft and medium runners. And unfortunately, we've lost some big drivers. We've lost Granty Boy yet again. He did not fancy the soft tyres. He'll rather take, it's 11's not a bad place to spot. He'll probably put on a fresh set of mediums. Jamie James, both McLarens out. Jamie James again didn't fancy the soft tyres. Well, they've just missed out. Look at the gap between Hillsrup, Rimpy, Granty Boy. It's nothing in it. Jamie James a little bit further back. Frisky Biscuit just missing out. Half a second between the top 10. Steve just behind Frisky. Not a lot in that whatsoever either. Steve, 14th place. Again, I expect all these guys to put on a fresh set of mediums or hards. And of course, with just the 16 runners tonight, thanks to a few drivers going AWOL, opens up the opportunity. So Q3. Who's going to get this? Sure, it's a battle between the two Red Bull drivers. Beautiful weather. Beautiful conditions, unlike last night's mini-series race, which was an absolute downpour. It's going to be soft tyres. Bjorn can't have many soft tyres left. He must have one clean set. This is going to be between the two Red Bull drivers. I imagine Nova and Matt 2 will be in there as well. And are they going to get a surprise from the likes of Rimpy or Hillsrup or Slim, of course, the Renault drivers? Can Bjorn and JB1 get himself up there as well? Who's the first man out? Who wants the TV time? I think Nova's done it again, you know. In fact, he hasn't. That's one of the Red Bulls that have jumped in. I think it's Jacob Bradbury, and it is... Well, no, actually, I think it's Matt 2. Matt 2 is the first man out, and he, reigning champion, currently third in the championship, is going to have the TV time up there. I haven't seen a lot from Matt 2 so far in qualifying. Here he is. Matt 2, who racked up the pole positions last year, hasn't quite had it his own way so far this season. Can he change that here in Canada? Can Jacob finally kickstart his season? My word, he's been a driver who has just been so unlucky this season. So unlucky. Definitely a race worthy, who can win a race. We've seen him win races. We've seen him on the podium. Can he finally get together? Now's the time. 10 races to go. Now's the time to make your move put yourself into a championship position as we see Mat 2 about to start his flying lap, the Flying Dutchman. Nice to see 3 Dutch drivers, of course, in the final 10. Bjorn, Jamie 1, Mat 2. Then we've got the Finnish driver of Rimpey, Greece of Leclerc, French of Simon, Greece of Hillsborough, of course, and then the UK of Bradbury, Slim, and Osai Nova. Great mix of nationalities as ever, as Mat 2 flies round towards turn 6 and 7. Like I said, every corner ready to bite, ready to invalidate you. It's so easy done right here. Mat 2 did a little bit of an oversteer, a little bit of a tank slapper coming out there at turn 7. Turns 8 and 9 he comes. Beautiful exit, absolutely car on rails, nailed it there, down to the hairpin he comes. Of course, it's a purple middle sector. Is he one of few drivers, in fact, he's lost that straight away. I think Osai Nova just took that. Everyone out there except Simon, and Leclerc's on an outlap now, and the first times of Q3 are about to fly in, so here comes Mat 2. DRS wide open in one of the overtaking places around the track. The final DRS, and he invalidates! Too much curb! And Mat 2 has invalidated his run, and that's that done then. What about Osai Nova? He's invalidated, my word. Okay, pressure on straight away then for the contenders. It's Hillsrap who managed to get a time, and a 107.8. Where has that come from? Wow! Jacob Bradbury's invalidated. My word, Rimpey took a purple middle sector. The track is rubbered right up, but Hillsrap hasn't got near the 107s today so far. Has Hillsrap just played himself with a chance? Of course, he's won a race already this season. Don't write him out of a championship just yet, as Rimpey's hit the wall. He's got front wing damage. Mat 2 is invalidated again. He's not going to have to go again. Jamie invalidated. Osai Nova won't be going again. What about Leclerc? Opportunity for the Greek driver. Simon out there. Oh, bit of traffic there. We got Hills up. They're all in laps. That's Hills are up. One of them is Mat 2 and Osai Nova there as well. And a purple middle sector for Leclerc. Greece 1, Netherlands 2, and everybody else cannot get a time in. Big pressure on the championship contenders already. Here comes Leclerc. He's got the final chicane right. Little tap on the wall of champions. Down the start, finishing straight he comes, and Leclerc goes second. Oh, it's Hillsrap then. Hillsrap, the man who currently is on provisional pole, and that 107 is a great time, and Leclerc could not beat it. What about Simon as Jacob goes fastest? A 107.6. These times are absolutely piling down. Simon's invalidated, and Jacob Bradbury has put into the mid 107s. These times are incredible. Well, and the Red Bulls are in position again. And I tell you what, Leclerc, second in the championship, is third. Nova leading the championship, currently 7th, no time. Mat 2 third in the championship, currently 9th. Slim, 4th in the championship, currently 5th. Oh, if that was to be our grid, what a grid it would be. However, the final runs are about to get Slim may get another 2 runs in. J1's back out there as well, so he may get another 2 runs in. But my word, just 4 times on the board. Everybody else have invalidated. On board with Slim, of course, a former champion, Slimbo, of course. Again, hasn't quite got going. Of course, he won the championship the season before last, before Mat 2 took his crown. Hillsrap, his one teammate, is back out there. So is Osai Nova, Rimpey, Mat 2, JB1. Oh, it's busy again. They should just be able to get this run, and a purple middle sector for Slim. They should just be able to get this run and the next run's in. And Slim now showing some real pace. My word. They were doing low 108s in Q1. The times are tumbling down from there. Over the head shot now from Slim in the Renault. Down to the hairpin. Sector 2 is purple again. Oh, but look at the traffic ahead of him. That's Rimpey just ahead of him. That shouldn't get in the way. May even pick up a toe. So Slim is, as it stands, set to go. Top of the timesheets. He will pick up a little toe from Rimpey. Just ahead. Only 3 cars in the pits now. So here comes Slim. Can he get it right for the final chicane? Yes, he can. And gets a nice toe again from Rimpey. Down the start, finishing straight. Can he go fastest? No! No, he doesn't. And And I've muted the mic in excitement, but Slim just misses out by 2/10, but gets out of his teammate Hilsrap. What about Osai Nova? Purple first sector from him now. It's holding up out there. Hilsrap also again on another lap. Jacob Bradbury is in the pits, so is Leclerc. Simon back out there now as well. Matt 2 has put on the same set of tyres. Purple middle sector for Osai Nova. He's getting ready to move up as Leclerc goes into fourth. So Jamie jumps to fifth. He'll be happy. I think these guys will be happy to get some times on the board. So here comes Osai Nova, just the final chicane to go. Can he navigate it fine and get himself on the board? Here he comes now. That looks better from Osai Nova. Yes, he's handled it nicely. Hilsrap right behind him. It'll be Nova first, and Nova goes second. Hilsrap does improve, my word, but not enough. Nova's just missed out. And look now, they're trying to cut the track and get back to the pits in time for another run. Rimpy and Matt 2. Matt 2 still hasn't done a time. What about Simon? He hasn't done a time yet either. My word, this qualifying is incredibly close. Osai Nova to get back to the pits. He should get to the pits in time and get another run in. Simon now down to the hairpin. Purple middle sector for the Frenchman. My word, this is going to be close. Matt 2 is yet to get going, and our champion is going to have to pull a bit of a rabbit out the hat here. Hilsrap currently fourth. Looks like Nova will get back round and get to go out again in time. And here comes Simon, who navigates the final chicane on board with the AlphaTauri driver. Down the line he comes and into sixth place, just over half a second back. And again, he'll be happy to get time on the board. So Bjorn's back out there on what must surely be his last set of soft tyres. He's got nothing left. So the Dutch driver, the reserve driver, of course. Trying to get those tyres. Look, Matt 2's gone now as well. He's gone early for his final run. I think Matt 2, if I was him, had probably got a couple of laps of fuel on board and going to try and get 2 laps in just to get a lap in. He does not want to start 10th. It is a tricky place to pass. This is your main overtaking move. You can make one into turn 1. You've got to have total cooperation from the driver you're racing with, though, and he can have a move into the hairpin as well. So here comes Bjorn. He's the first man to set his final time on his final run. Jacob out there as well, a provisional pole sitter. Matt 2 out there. Everybody else just biding the time, just waiting. Nice over the head shot there from Bjorn, who invalidates and straight away backs out of it, and he's done. So on board then to our reigning champion, Matt 2. Wow, talk about pressure. He's got some tough times to beat. Of course, he just want to get a time in and try and get up there. So he wounds up now, and here he goes. And hopefully Jacob can rejoin the session. He's come back in the pits. Hopefully Jacob can rejoin. Oh, not more bad disconnection for Jacob. Surely not. He can rejoin absolutely fine. So, Matt 2. Oh, had to get out of it. He made a mistake. He outbraked himself. 20.2. That's not the quickest first sector. Matt 2 made a bit of a mistake. He just needs to get a time on the board. What a shock this could be. Nova, Slim, Hilsrap all out there. Bjorn on a flyer. Rimpy out there as well. But all eyes on this man. Down middle sector, down towards the hairpin he comes now. He's backed out of it, hasn't he? He's backed out of it. I think he's backed out of this. So Matt 2 is getting ready to go again. Meantime, Bjorn is about to finish his sector 1. He's up. He's up by a 10th. As that was stand, it wouldn't improve his position. However, I think he'll be happy just to get time on the board as well. Osai Nova's just starting his flying lap now. Hilsrap also on his flyer at the moment. Jacob will not be able to get out there, so Jacob's going to have to sit and watch. Oh, big improvement here. Big improvement. This could throw Bjorn right into the mix. Jacob's PS4 has just randomly turned itself off. Oh no! Bjorn about to finish his lap. Where's this going to put Bjorn? We'll go to the leaders very shortly as Rimpey starts his flyer, and Bjorn does go to 7th. So on board of Osai Nova, the championship leader, with Jacob currently having problems with his PS4. The worst news for Jacob. Osai Nova about to finish his time. That looked quick. Checkered flag is out. Osai Nova and Hills are across the line together, and Nova goes into provisional pole. Hills are improved, but it's not enough. Nova has set the bar. Where's Matt 2? Matt 2's invalidated, my word. He's going to be 9th at best. What about Slim? Can he get himself onto the front row? The championship leader, Osai Nova. Talk about bouncing back, but where is Leclerc? Here comes Slim over the line into 2nd place, just off pole. Leclerc's invalidated. Simon is out. So it's down to the Racing Point boys then. Jacob's joined. Great news. Now Rimpey, who's invalidated, gives his teammate a beautiful tow. So can JB1 put himself up the order? Here comes the Dutchman now over the line. Can he get back ahead of Bjorn? Possibly get Simon as well. He goes to 5th. Goes to 6th. Great time. Great time by J1. That's J1's best qualifying so far this season. And thankfully Jacob has rejoined in time. What a shame for Jacob. He never got a chance to respond. He never got the chance. It's Osai Nova from Slim. My word, there's a bit of rivalry between Slim and Osai Nova. That's going to be fun to watch. So what a qualifying. And yet again. Oh no, Jacob's left again. By the way, JD1 picked a hell of a toe off his teammate Rimpey there at the end. That definitely put him up. Great to see the top 8 separated by just 0.8 of a second. But Osai Nova from Slim. That's a fantastic front row. I'm praying Jacob can get back in time and back into his car. Such a shame we didn't see him get a chance to go for pole. Hills are up. Got himself up there. Can the Renault's championship course constructor leaders at the moment. Leclerc, well, we know he can go faster than that. Jacob has rejoined. So Simon 7th. Average qualifying for him in 7th place. Bjorn 8th. Matt 2, our reigning champion, Matt 2. So let's quickly look at the championship standing as we go in to this race. So it's Red Bull leader constructors, just from Renault. But Matt 2, 3rd, is down there in 8th place. 9th place, sorry, what a struggle with the 2 Racing Points both in the top 10. I'm hoping Jacob is in the session. Jacob should be able to rejoin. So just the 16 runners, like I said, unfortunately we've had some drivers who have gone a bit AWOL. Jacob, of course, 10th in the championship. Jacob, what a chance for him as well to try and pick up some more points and get his championship going. Everyone on the score sheet. Can Matt get his first points today? What a chance for Matt, of course. 3 11th places so far this season. Is this the race? 4th time lucky for Matt, of course. But Osai Nova, at least Hills are up there. Granty Boy in 11th. Lucas way down the order as well. Great chance for Simon to break into the top 10. Great chance for Rimpey and J1 to do the same as well. And Bjorn. So we're just waiting to get underway. Drivers sorting out their tyre strategies, of course. I'm hoping we are going to see Jacob in. Can't have 15 runners. Jacob's car is on the grid. It is, however, AI'd. I'm hoping Jacob can take over. So the formation lap. Let's get the tyre information up there. And let's hope we can get through these first few laps unscathed. So Osai Nova, championship leader, pole position. Then ahead of Slim. My word, Slim needs to take off some points off Osai Nova. Can he win his first race in a long time? Then Jacob hopefully can get back in the car. 3rd place. Hills are out. Mediums 4th to 1st. Soft runners there in 5th. So Hills are out. Sorry, Leclerc 5th. Jamie 1 soft 6th. Simon soft 7th. Bjorn soft 8th. Those soft runners we're looking to get past the medium runners ASAP. Reigning champion Mac 2 qualifying woes for Mac 2. 9th place, medium tyres. Rimpey 10th on the softs as well. In fact, Rimpey could really put Matt 2 under some real pressure. Granty Boy goes hard. Oh my word, I didn't expect this. Jamie James, Frisky, Steve, Lucas, Bilt and Matt have all gone for soft tyres. Granty Boy could be absolutely swamped at the start of this race. Granty Boy, that will throw him off completely. He'll be wondering, why am I the only one that's even thought about going on the harder compounds? Of course, safety cars can play a big, big part in this race as well. Let's hope we can get through the first few laps unscathed. It's the two Renault boys desperate to get some heat into their tyres. Jacob sadly still not in the car by the look of it. And, oh, what a beautiful livery. The Renault and Red Bull merging together. Hopefully Jacob can rejoin. F1 GFO Esports in the house. Hello, hello, Dave, the best commentator on esports. Good game to all. Thank you, buddy. We're getting ready for round 7 here in Canada. Let's hope for a nice, clean start. Nice, clean race. Osai Nova championship leader on pole position. Here we go. Let's get ready. The lights are about to come on and we will be go from here in Canada. The lights are on. We have 4 lights. It's 5 lights and the race is go. It's a quick go as well. Osai Nova's getting a good start. Slim has made the better start. And Slim takes the lead in turn 1. Nova's right behind him. No, Slim can't get through. Well defended by Osai Nova. I've got to say, have they all got through safely? It looks like they have. Great news. They have all got through safely. This is the big, oh, some cars have run wide and off. Can they rejoin? So yes, they can. It looks pretty clean so far. Down into turns 5 and 6. Oh no, where's that Haas doing? What was that Haas doing? I'm not sure which one that was. It may have been Steve, who completely lost his braking. Steve, unfortunately, got in too hot. I don't think any more damage anyway. What a start by Bilt and Matt. Matt's up to 11th place. Looks like damage for Granty Boy. Granty Boy front wing damage as well. There's Osai Nova. Who is it? Jacob Bradbury, who's off. Oh no, Jacob's off. He's got to wait for the pack to go through. Oh, what a disaster. And he's left the session. I don't believe it. Oh, when will Jacob's luck continue? How on earth has Slim dropped 2 places? How is Bjorn 3rd? What a start for Bjorn. Incredible, and of course he's on the soft tyres. He's absolutely flying out there. We said watch out for the soft tyre runners, and they are indeed absolutely flying out there. Jamie James, Steve, wasn't Granty Boy damage, it was Jamie James in damage. We saw Steve miss his braking point. I wonder if that was anything to do with it, but Slim has to get past Bjorn because he will see Hilsrup and Nova pulling away. Leclerc there in 5th place. Jamie 1, Simon, little soft tyre runners. Matt can't do anything about it, and Matt 2 on the mediums has got Rimpey right behind him. He's got Bilt and Matt right behind him. Is this the race that Bilt and Matt scores his first ever ZFF on eSports points? What a start, what an electric start, but it's Osai Nova championship lead. Of course, he's looking for a bounce back, and Matt 2's got past Simon. That's teammates at hand there. Well, that's interesting because Simon's on the soft tyre, of course. However, Simon playing the team game. GFO for eSports, as we press the like, subscribe, and hit the bell for our friends at ZFF for eSports. Thank you, boys. And when it starts this race, and there is Bjorn, who's now got Leclerc right behind him. Fastest lap by Osai Nova. Bjorn going defensive on Leclerc. Leclerc trying to get through around the outside. Can he make the move stick? No, he can't. And Slim has got past Bjorn. So Slim can now try and catch his Renault teammate Hilsrup and put some pressure on Osai Nova. The man, oh my word, Slim penalty after 3 laps. And of course the man second in the championship, Leclerc, is here in 5th place. He was desperate to get past Bjorn. Slim already has a penalty. Matt 2 right behind the back of Jamie 1 now, so 2 Dutch drivers going wheel to wheel. Matt 2 on a recovery from a poor qualifying by his standards. By the way, look who's in this battle. We've got Simon, we've got Rimpey, Bilt and Matt also nice in this battle in this DRS train. That's where you want to be right now. Lucas right behind him as well. Granty Boy on the hard tyres. Well, just needs to keep up. his hard tyres will come into it later on. So check his front wing. Did he get front wing damage? No, yes he has. He has got end plate damage. And of course, Steve and Jamie James will be hoping for a safety car. As Granty Boy is pitting. Of course, yeah, he may not have pitted. No, Jamie James is pitting. Oh, woes as Bill to Matt and Lucas going side by side to turn one. Lucas now has the inside. Oh, Matt needs to be a little careful there. A little tap. Now Lucas has the inside on board of Matt. Oh, it's close and Matt has to yield. It's a good move by Lucas and now Matt on the front from Frisky Biscuit. Frisky trying to go around the outside. Nothing doing there. So 11 for Matt, 12 for Frisky. Jamie James passing, I expect Jacob's Ghost. In the meantime, Hilldrops are in 4/10 of a second of Oside Nova. Slim 2.5 behind. Hilldrop's got some rapid pace in the race. Bjorn now just starting to drop back. In fact, he's got Leclerc still tucked up right behind him. This is the battle for 4th and 5th. Jamie won there as they got Matt 2 and Simon, the 2 AlphaTauris right behind him with Rimpy as well trying to get involved. And Lucas and Matt now coming as well, and Frisky right behind them. DRS train or what? Here goes Leclerc. Oh, the inside chicane, that'll be a very risky move. Instead tucks to the side, just the one penalty so far. That is too slim. Fastest lap, Hilldrop, who's gone for the lead of the race? Has to tuck inside, he can't do it. Oh, and now he may have the outside yellow flags. Who's the yellow flags for? It's for Matt. Oh, Matt's had a mistake. Front wing damage from Matt as he hit the wall of champions. Frisky's now got ahead of him. Meanwhile, back at the front, Lucas picks up a penalty. I'm expecting more penalties to come, but Hilldrop putting Oside Nova under some real pressure as Leclerc has finally passed Bjorn. Oh, look at the rearward shot there, looking back at the Mercedes. I wonder if the soft tyres are just starting to drop off now. Matt 2 still right behind the back of J1. J1 having his best race I've seen all season so far from him. Nice to see him back at the front and going very nicely indeed. Right behind the back of Bjorn, in fact. We've got 3 Dutchmen, 5th, 6th and 7th right now. As the interval times have gone down, which helps absolutely nobody. Oh, Hilldrop have a little look. Well, Hilldrop's got a fantastic exit again. DRS wide open now. Will Hilldrop have a go again? Slim looks to be getting even closer. Will he have a dive down the inside? The answer is no, and Leclerc is now right behind the back of Slim. Leclerc is flying. And that's Jamie and Matt 2, the 2 Dutchmen. And Matt 2 has the inside in the AlphaTauri on the medium tyres, of course, out of turn 2 he comes. Sorry, out of turn 3, and Matt 2 does get through. So Jamie 1 has to yield, and those soft tyres are starting to fade away. And the medium runners are starting to come into their own. Jamie James has passed Bill Matt, who's in the pits. Front wing damage for him, of course, that'll be changed to set mediums. And now he's relying on a safety car. And Frisky Biscuit is P11. Scored his first points of the season last night in Baku, and he's there, and he's fighting with Lucas and Rimpy for a point. Can he get 2-point scores in a row? Hilldrop still tucked up right behind Nova. Action absolutely everywhere. Battle for the lead, battle for the podium, battle all the way throughout the points and beyond. From Jamie James onwards, they'll be hoping for a safety car. They are common round Canada, of course. Oside Nova with the smallest of margin ahead of Hilldrop, and that's Matt 2 already getting past Bjorn. Bjorn, whose soft tyres are now. Matt 2 enters the fray, charging through the field. That's why he's a champion, all right. And Jamie 1 pits early for softs as he hit the wall. That's early. Lap 7 for Jamie 1. It's not a front wing change. He's just going different now. So Jamie pits, it puts Frisky up. Oh, and side by side, Lucas and Rimpy, and Lucas gets past around the outside. Of course, Lucas on the fresher soft tyres than the guys ahead of him. They didn't qualify in the top 10. Well, these tracks going to pay out. So Frisky may fancy his chance as the Finnish driver. So the guys on the fresh softs who qualified outside the top 10, of course, have got a little bit of an advantage on the guys in the top 10 who did qualify on softs. Who they are now starting to fade away backwards. Bjorn and Simon both fading away as well. In the meantime, at the front, half a second separates the front two, and Slim and Leclerc are catching them. We can very soon have a four-way tussle for the lead. Of course, Oside Nova, the champion leader. Leclerc is second in the championship. 2 points separate them, and Leclerc is fighting his way back through. And Matt 2 third in the championship, now fifth. Slim fourth in the championship. is there in third. The top 5 of the championship and top 5 on track, and Matt 2 gets Leclerc and Leclerc's in. And it's a front wing change. It's a front wing change. Oh, disaster for the Greek driver. Oh my word, I did not anticipate this many front wing changes. So he's hit the wall. Medium tyres for Leclerc. Again, medium tyres. So he's going to have to stop again. My word, Leclerc, it's all falling apart for the Red Bull boys yet again. So Leclerc 12th and will have to stop again. Meanwhile, a lovely diffuser shot of our race leader, and you can see the 2 Renaults hounding the back of him. And Matt too, that's a relief for Slim, because Leclerc was absolutely hassling the back of Slim. Now the Renault boys, as a yellow flags in sector 2, and it's Simon! Simon's made a mistake! And is he out? I don't think he is, he's recovering, he's got no front wing damage, but Simon has dropped down the order, and look at Frisky Biscuit! What a race he's having right now! 8th place! Oh, Simon's gone! Simon spun it, coming up the hairpin. Got on the gas too early, and the Frenchman's race is quickly. Oh, Frisky penalty in Bjorn pits. My word, Simon just got on the gas way too early there. Here comes Bjorn on a set of mediums. That'll be a welcome relief for the Dutch driver, but all of a sudden Simon's race has just completely gone from him. There are mistakes galore going on there right now. Frisky up 7th, however, has got that penalty. The battle for the lead remains as close as that. Half a second. Slim just cannot get within DRS of these two. Of course, as I was just saying, what Renault's going to stop first? Surely Hillsrap will have the right to pit first. Slim will not want to queue. Of course, for the constructors, Red Bull are having a nightmare. Renault are set to retake the lead of the Constructors' Championship. Rimpey doing a fine job there in 6th place, just ahead of Frisky. Frisky will be lining him up actually as Matt picks up a penalty. That's his first as Simon drops to last. Jamie James back into 10th place. What a recovery from Jamie James. He stopped that one. He has got to stop again as well. Now will Hillsrap have a go? Hillsrap just biding his time, isn't he? Just taking the DRS of Oside Nova. There he leaders, separated by nothing, and there's 3rd place Slim because he has got that penalty. Mac 2 is, well, he's not quite catching Slim. The pace is evened out. Lucas on a fantastic recovery drive, and Frisky down the inside of Rimpey. Oh, he's overcooked it. He overcooked it, and Rimpey gets back through. And that won't do your soft tyres any good at all. Rimpey seems to be very good on his tyres. Of course, he's the only man left who qualified in the top 10 on his original set of soft tyres, and he's making him go quite a way so far. Frisky locked up his. Frisky's got a real chance of points again for the second race running. He doesn't want to make mistakes like that. Got to bide his time. JB Warner, who has stopped. Of course, the undercut now coming into effect, of course, with the guys that have stopped. Bjorn rejoined in 11th place. And of course, Simon now finds himself at the back. As Frisky again re-catching the back of Rimpey. Rimpey, of course, who finished 4th on his debut last week with an incredible race. He's having another one. And Hillsrap pits. He's going for the undercut then. He's going. Now, what tyres are he going to put on? Surely not softs won't make it, will they? Hard tyres to the end, it is. Now, can he get the undercut on Oside Nova as Leclerc's passing JB1? Leclerc, of course, he's got to stop again. So Leclerc absolutely charging right now. So Hillsrap does not want traffic. It's the last thing he wants right now. And he's going to come out. Flashes like Leclerc, he's going to come out. Oh no, that's bad news. And the Greek's heart will sink. He does not want to see Frisky and Rimpey on 10-lap old soft tyres, which are just about done. He needs to try and undertake Oside Nova. Let's stay with Hillsrap and see if he can do anything about the Welshman ahead of him. And of course, Frisky's not going to let him through. This is full position. Frisky running in 6th. However, Hillsrap on the softer compact, or so fresher tyres, of course, gets through. No answer from Frisky. That's one out of the way for Hillsrap. And Simon's out. I think he's retired in the pits of the Frenchman's race. A miserable race for the Frenchman. Of course, at the French-Canadian track. What a shame for Simon. And then there were 15. And now can Hillsrap get past Rimpey? Rimpey may be pitting this lap, in fact. I wouldn't be surprised if Rimpey pits. So his tyres must be getting on. Look at Hillsrup. He's not waiting to find out, is he, as Rimpey does pit. Oh, and Hillsrup had to cut the corner. He got confused there. He got a little bit thrown off by that. Lucky not to get a penalty. Oside Nova goes on, so Rimpey and Frisky both pit. That's a great little battle there, isn't it? So hard or medium. Oh, it's a front wing change for Frisky. Oh, I don't believe it. He must have picked that up. Very, very... Well, he must have picked up on that lap as Jacob, who is back in the car, I'm glad to say, is now to 11th place. These boys are praying for safety, but Frisky drops all the way to 14th place. And on mediums, which means he's going to have to stop again. So, interesting, only Hillsrup really hasn't got to stop again. Lucas in 4th after his podium heroics last time out in Baku. Slim not making any indent on the leader as Matt 2 is now starting to catch Slim. Will Oside Nova pit this time back? Yes, he does! Nova pits. Slim pits. I mean, surely, is it going to be mediums again, or will it be hard? Will they 2-stop or 1-stop? And well, will be Hillsrup in all of this. Matt 2 goes on. Matt 2 now leads. He's got to try something different. And it's mediums. It's mediums. Hard for Slim. Mediums for Nova. Which means he's got to stop again. And Hillsrup won't. And Slim won't. Now, where will Nova rejoin? Here comes Nova now. And he's behind Hillsrup. Oh my word, he's behind Hillsrup. So Hillsrup hasn't got to stop again and is ahead of Oside Nova, who will have to stop again because he's on mediums again. He started the race on mediums. He's gone mediums again. Slim won't have to stop again. Leclerc does have to stop again. That's the Ferrari of Lucas, who is having absolute no part of this, is he? Getting out of the way as you guys fight on, because Hillsrup and Nova, and Nova's going to have to pass Hillsrup. Lucas now thinking, actually, I'm just as quick as you guys, and myself will have old soft tyres, making those soft tyres go very well. Has Nova, who's got the strategy right? Did the Renaults get it right? Or has Nova got it right? Leclerc is already playing himself back into it after his front wing change. Past Lucas, and here goes Nova for the net lead of the race. And Hillsrup didn't fight it, did he? Hillsrup did not fight it too hard. He knows that the boys and media's not up again. But I'll tell you what, Leclerc's playing himself into contention here. He's 4th right behind Hillsrup, and he knows his championship rival has got to stop again just like him. As Slim gets past Leclerc. Slim trying to play his way into contention. I tell you what, Jamie 1, who also has got to stop again, but he's now catching those boys. Matt 2 penalty! That is a rare sight. The reigning champion, who was bulletproof of penalties last season, has picked up a penalty. I wonder if Matt's going to try and stretch it to a set of softs. That's the only thing I can see Matt doing, and already Nova's got to build about a 12, well, probably a 15-second lead, surely over Hillsrup. Surely there's not enough time. Leclerc trying to get past Hillsrup as well. He needs to follow Oside Nova. He's got to put pressure on the championship leader. Here goes Leclerc now, round the outside. That should be job done. And again, Hillsrup, I'm not worried. And in fact, Hillsrup will be wondering, I wonder if, as everyone gets past Lucas, he'll be wondering if Leclerc can catch Oside Nova and those two can hold each other up. Jamie James is way back in the points. I'll tell you what, Jamie James got some real pace. He stopped early on, and he's definitely got to stop again. Although it may be for a set of softs towards the end of the race, but mate, he's playing himself into contention for points. Lucas has put on a set of mediums. He'll go to the end, so soft mediums for Lucas. He may come into this later on in the race. He's now out the points. Jacob Bradbury, despite all his problems, is back in 10th place, only 2 seconds behind Granty Boy. Penalties are racking up, so you've got Slim, Matt 2. Let's go to the penalty quickly, actually. 3 seconds all round except for Bilton Matt, who's got the 6 seconds. This race is, well, I'm so glad we've got a mix of strategies. Hillsrup is not, there he is on board with the quick driver, and he's not, in fact, he's just out the DRS of Leclerc. Leclerc 2.2 behind Nova. Oside Nova and Leclerc have got to go like the clappers because they have got to stop again. But when they do stop, and don't forget when they do stop, it will be for the soft tyres and the tables will turn and Hillsdrop and Slim will be on the old hard tyres. Oh my word, we could have fireworks in this race. Jamie James picks up a penalty. And of course, Matt 2's got a penalty and he'll be holding out for soft tyres as well. We've seen it done because Lucas has done it, soft to mediums. He's probably got another 10. He's got to go quite well in those mediums though. In fact, Lucas should do it, although he might struggle as well. That's a lot of laps. For the medium runners, Rimpey as well on the hard tyres, so Rimpey won't have to stop again either. So he may come into play on the race. My word, this race is absolutely up in the air right now. So, Hills are up, not dropping too far back from Leclerc, and that will be encouraging. But Hillsdrop and Slim have just got to absolutely go for it. They've got to go for it. They need to... I don't think Nova's far enough ahead. But Nova's only from 4 or 5 seconds ahead of Hillsdrop. They need a 10-second lead to be in front. As Ricky Kaka says, hello Dave. Great to have you all on board. We've got a hell of a race here. A complete split in strategy. Matt 2 pits, and that's softs, and that's too early. Surely that's too early. Those softs will surely not go to the end, and Matt 2 may have to 2-stop. The reigning champions hitting trouble again. Matt 2's going to get out. Oh, that's Jamie James who just out ahead. So watch out for Matt 2. Jamie 1 having his best race of the season by far so far. So Oside Nova leads, 2.9 ahead Leclerc. They've got to stop again. They all put soft tyres on. Hillsdrop and Slim don't have to stop again, but they will have old hard tyres where they'll have Nova and Leclerc chasing them on fresh softs. Jamie 1 has also got to stop again, and that probably will be quite shortly. He'll probably go on a set of softs. Matt 2, I'm pretty sure Matt 2 has to go on a set of softs. Jamie James has got to stop again. Bjorn has got to stop again. Granty Boy will as well, and Jacob. Rimpey may not, so Rimpey may come into contention later in the race. Lucas will try not to stop again. And Frisky, that front wing change has really put him down. Frisky, who was challenging for so long, as Bjorn getting past Jamie James under DRS. DRS looking mighty powerful around here. So, as Matt 2 right behind Jamie 1. In fact, Matt 2 is already catching the back of Jamie 1's just 2.2 behind the 2 Renaults. Matt 2 will want to pass Jamie 1 ASAP. Do not write this man out yet. As Jamie James pits for his final stop there. Just to check on the penalties. Granty Boy, 6 seconds of penalties. He said before the race he was dreading this track for the penalties, and there they are. 6 seconds, and Steenal's got 6 seconds. Matt has 6 seconds as Jamie James falls down the order after his pit stop. 2 stops for Jamie. He's back out ahead of Frisky. Jamie James has some real pace. What a shame he hit trouble early on. But that should be Jamie James now done for the penalty, for the pit stops. And we just, oh, yellow flags. And it looks like Jacob. It is Jacob. Oh no, Jacob's hit trouble. I expect his mediums have died. 17 lap on those medium tyres, and I think they're completely dropped off. And he's now out the points, having to stop again. It's all gone, and round he goes again. And he's in the wall. Oh, Jacob, and he's out. Oh, he's retired on track, and Matt's hit him, and that, I'm afraid, is going to be that's going to be trouble. Safety car's out, and Jacob should not be retiring on track, and that's going to be a massive. That's not good. And that's just thrown away what was an interesting race. Well, safety car's out, and that's not the way you want the safety car out. That's a real bummer, because that was set up to be a great race, and safety car. It's going to be what a shame. That was set up beautifully. Leclerc and Oside Nova now get a reprieve. Hillsdrop and Slim are going to be gutted. that's a real shame. It's a reprieve for Nova and Leclerc, but it's taken away what would have been a fantastic strategic race. Poor Slim's got a queue behind Hillsrap. Oh, he's missed out. Matt 2 gets a reprieve. Jamie 1, Bjorn, all these boys now get a reprieve. Surely, Outside Nova's got hearts. Oh, Leclerc's gone soft. Hillsrap's gone mediums. Of course, Slim's going to fall right down the order after having to queue. Slim's race has been absolutely wrecked. Oh, and that's Wimpy going round in the safety car. He's just spun it. Oh, the Finnish driver has just gone round. What on earth happened there? He got on the gas too early. And he's got 8 laps. Oh, he didn't pit. Rimpy's not pitted. I wonder because JB1 pitted. Rimpy decided not to. He's got 8 lap old hards on. And has spun it coming out of turn 3. How's Frisky got so far back? What a chance for Stee and Frisky, by the way. So, Outside Nova's gone hard. Leclerc's gone soft. 15 laps on the softs for Leclerc, or possibly 13. And the top. Oh, poor Slim. For a hell of a restart. The strategy is pretty mixed up. So Outside Nova on the hard tyres. Oh, it's Monaco all over again, isn't it? Outside Nova leading the race but going different. And I wonder if Outside Nova's freaking out on a minute. Why is Leclerc gone soft? Will Leclerc stop again? Hills are up in Matt 2 on the medium tyres. JB1, Lucas. What? I tell you what, Lucas having another stonker, isn't he? Beyond no penalties. I tell you what, the drivers have penalties are in trouble now. Drivers who don't. Will Rimpy pit? I'm shocked Rimpy hasn't pit. If he pits, he'll only drop 2 places and surely put a fresh set, unless he's got no tyres left, which is an extreme possibility. But our top 2 in the championship are first and second. Jacob crashing and unfortunately retiring on track as sadly the car didn't ghost and built a map was straight into the back of him, and it's caused a 2-car pile-up and a safety car yet again in the late stages. Nova, championship leader Nova on the hard. Second in the championship, Leclerc on softs, and Hillsrap can get himself right back up there. Matt 2 also needs to get past Outside Nova. Outside Nova's got a big target on his back. Safety car in his lap. He leads the championship, and all these guys behind him are desperate to beat him and get ahead of him and take some points off a championship leader. Tim McLaren said, Jamie James, what a reprieve for him and Granty Boy. They've got penalties as well. Rimpy didn't stop. I tell you what, Rimpy, I don't understand why he didn't stop, because he would have dropped 2 places and gone last but have fresh tyres. Instead, oh, Lucas has collided with Bjorn and he's got a penalty. But instead, Rimpy's going to drop back to last anyway, surely, with the fresher rubber of Frisky and Steve right behind him. So Outside Nova, how quickly can he get those tyres up to temperature? Leclerc is going to be on him. He is going to be all over the back of him. The top 2 in the championship are about to go head to head. Outside Nova goes. Can he get those halves warmed up? Matt 2 with another penalty. 6 seconds for the champion. And Leclerc already right behind the back of Outside Nova. Will he try and move it to turn 1? The answer is no. Thinks better of it. He's got to bide his, well, he can't bide his time too much, actually. Hillsrap right behind. Matt 2 now on 6 seconds. And Jamie 1, who we haven't seen on the podium in so long. In over a season now. Has a chance of his first podium. Jacob Bradbury says, come on, Trakatos. Come on, Leclerc, his teammate. Red Bull lead the constructors, but both Renaults are set to score. That's going to close up, but Leclerc is literally pushing Outside Nova along right now. Will Leclerc get those tyres to the end? That's the big question. Outside Nova hanging on for dear life. Hillsrap trying to get involved as well. He's got no penalties. And now around the outside. And through! Into the lead goes Leclerc, and Hillsrup's come charging through. Can he get stopped in time? Oh, was there a bit of contact? Did Matt 2 make contact? Bjorn's pass, or Slim's passing Bjorn? He's trying to get himself back up there. Was there damage to Hillsrup's car? Hillsrup completely snatched the brake, didn't he, go into the hairpin? Has he got damage? I don't think he has. But Leclerc leads, and Leclerc has to ride. Oh, and Matt 2's got off! The champion's heading trouble again! It's so rare you see Matt 2, and Jamie 1's going for third! My word, Jamie 1, Matt 2, he's got damage! Matt 2 has got damage! It's been so long since Jamie was on the podium. Could we have 11 different podium winners this season? Jamie James penalties are absolutely stacking up now, aren't they? Oh, and is that Slim going for Lucas? It is Slim going for Lucas. He's going to miss out to Bjorn. In fact, Lucas is going backwards. Oh, and Jamie James oversteering out the turn 8 there. Action absolutely everywhere. And Hillsrup, who wants to be getting onto the back of Oside Nova, is now having to fight Jamie 1 off. Jamie 1's made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped off, and now Matt 2 trying to get back at his Dutch counterpart. My word, this is absolutely beautiful. Boys, DRS about to come in. Leclerc is checking out and gone. Can he get the soft to the ends? That's the big question. Leclerc would lead the championship as it stands. Hillsrup now trying to get back towards Oside Nova as one of the Ferraris trying to pass Bjorn. It's Lucas, and Matt 2 pits and is out the race. The reigning champion is in trouble again. DRS enabled and end number 12. And Slim picks up another penalty. 6 seconds for Slim. My word. Hillsrup right behind the back of the champion Oside Nova. Hillsrup can see a chance to buy into his championship lead as well. J1, Slim's got trouble or what? Slim's got real trouble right now. Rimpey may jump a whole load of places just by having no penalties alone if he can make those hard tyres last. He should do. Leclerc leads, but now the battle resumes between Oside Nova and Hillsrup. Hillsrup needs to make these fresh mediums pay now. He's got to make this move go. He needs now to beat. He's been biding his time all race, and now is the time with 11 laps to go for Hillsrup to make his move. Frisky is just out the points along with Stee as well. They'll be eyeing those on. Oh, and who's going backwards? It's Lucas going backwards. Oh, they're free abreast, and Lucas is getting mugged by the McLarens here. Jamie James has got through into 7th place. Lucas now drops to 8th. Granty Boy tried to get through and just missed out. And Slim passes Jamie 1. And of course, Slim's got 6 seconds of penalties. And Rimpey and Frisky down the inside of the Finnish driver. And into 10th place goes Frisky Biscuit. What was the penalty situation though? So he's got 6 seconds. Lucas has got 8 with that 5 seconds, of course. Oh, and now Rimpey going. This is why I think Rimpey should have picked under the safety car. If Rimpey had picked under the safety car, he would have had fresh mediums or softs with no penalties and probably making his way forward. A bit of a strategical error there from Rimpey. Jamie, Lucas penalties racking up. Frisky may just score a point, in fact. He'd be hoping that the guy there didn't pick up the penalties. So Hillsrup still right behind Oside Nova. Here we go. Oside Nova seems to have a straight line speed. And of course, Will Drackett still on the side tyres. Hold on to Hillsrup. Trying to run the outside into the final chicane. Has he got the better exit? Granty Boy now gets past Lucas. Lucas' mediums are not giving him any hope at all at the moment. Side by side, the two. And still Hillsrup now have the inside line. Can he get himself through? He can. And the fresher grip powers him into 2nd place. Hillsrup gets the move done, and Oside Nova is now into 3rd. And Slim is catching him quick, and of course Slim with those penalties needs to pass Nova and get on with it. And Jamie 1 is going to try and pick up some pieces and get his first podium of the season. My word, Jamie 1 is literally bulletproof with penalties, isn't he? Now the question is, tyres. When will Leclerc's tyres stop dropping off? They're past their best now, and Jamie James' penalties are racking up. Stee is just out the points, just behind Frisky Biscuit, but Rimpey staying in touch there. So Leclerc on board, 2.2. Let's watch that gap, because surely Hillsrup's tyres are now starting to come into it as Granty Boy getting past Jamie James. That looked like after you, because James has got more penalties, so I wonder if Jamie James letting Granty Boy go there. And oh, Jamie James pits, he's hit the wall. Oh no, he's hit the wall. Problems for Jamie James in the pits, a late pit stop, it's a front wing change, and that could cost him points. And that moves Frisky and Steve, who are going wheel to wheel into the points. Osai Nova's dropped back from Hillsrup and has now got Slim right behind him. Oh, and Slim will not be messing around. He'll want to get through and try and get the 3 seconds he needs, or 6 seconds he needs. Right up behind. Has Nova made the wrong choice with tyres? Nova's struggling, isn't he? Look, and Granty Boy now picks up another penalty. And Slim down the inside. Can he get stopped in time? Yes, he can. Can he get the exit? Not quite. Nova powers back through. Who got DRS? Slim got a DRS, and now alongside again. Into third, but he has to get on with it. He needs to get 6 seconds over himself and Nova. And Nova is going backwards in the hard tyres. And now Jamie won. With by far his best race of the season, has a chance on the podium. He's within Osai Nova's DRS, and not only that, he's well within 6 seconds of Slim. Steve passes Frisky down the inside. Good move, job done. They're pulling away from Rimpy as well, so they may hold 9th and 10th. Frisky keeping on the verge of 2 points, scoring finishes in a row. So could Steve for that matter. This is Granty Boy now right behind the back of Bjorn, so Bjorn now starting to struggle. And the gap is coming down at the front. Look, 2 seconds now. Slim is absolutely flying. And Jamie Watt's right behind Osai Nova. And this could be for a net third. Can Jamie Watt get his first podium of the season right now? The 2-time runner-up Jamie Watt, but it's been a long time since he's been at the front of the field. And he has an absolute fantastic chance of taking a podium. Jamie James absolutely racking up the penalties. He's not going to score whatever happens as it stands. Osai Nova is out the DRS of Slim. And Jamie has the DRS and gets even closer to the back. And now 1.5 separates Leclerc from Hillsrup. And Slim has caught them all. Oh my word, who's going to win this race? Who's going to get on the podium yet again? Yet again, this another race which is going to the absolute wire for the win, for the podium, for the points. Jamie James fastest lap. He denies anybody in the top 10 claiming an extra bonus point. Slim will be kicking himself. Slim has had such speed around here. However, 6 seconds of penalties have cost him. However, he is now the 2 seconds ahead of Osai Nova, but he'll want to get past his teammate pretty quickly. Big lock up there from Slim. And there is your leader. Leclerc's lead has been eroded. 1.5 between Leclerc and Hillsrup. Can Hillsrup take his second win of the season? Osai Nova's 1-2. Leclerc's 1-2. Can Hillsrup win 2 this season? In the meantime, can Jamie Watt getting close? I think Granty Boy's lining up. Bjorn in the background. Yes, he is, and gets through. However, I think he's got a ton more penalties he has. Bjorn's picked up 5 seconds somewhere. Of course, yeah, Bjorn and Lucas crashed under the safety car. So Granty Boy, for now, has 6th place. And Slim is tucked up. Slim's on 5 laps to go. Slim's got 2.5 seconds on Osai Nova. He'll feel if he can pass Hillsrup, he can get that 6 seconds because Osai Nova's got his mirrors full of Jamie Wan right now. Slim needs to find more time to get that podium. Renault set to extend the lead in the Constructor Championship, no doubt about it right now. Steve picks up a penalty, and that could cost him his place with with Frisky, sorry. That will jump Frisky up. Slim queued right behind the back. He'll be saying, come on, let me through. But of course, Hillsrup needs to catch Leclerc for the lead. Oh, and Slim is going for it. The Renaults are side by side. And, oh, Slim's got through and Hillsrup did not fight it too hard. I wonder if Hillsrup thinks Slim can get at Leclerc and bring Leclerc back to him. Oh, the implications of this race, my word, 4 laps to go. Who's going to win? Who's going to get on the podium? And Slim is already 1.3 now behind Leclerc. Of course, Slim's already won one race in Australia and had it taken away with penalties. That is a bit of a deja vu from Australia right now. Osai Nova's 2 seconds back, but he's 3 behind Slim. Granty Boy, another penalty. Granty Boy was lucky to score any points at all as it stands. Steven Frisky could actually beat Granty Boy. Jamie 1 is so close to the podium. My word. Is he biding his time? Is he biding his move? 1.2 between Leclerc and Slim, and Hillsrup will just be looking to pick up his teammate's DRS because he's now surely in DRS and Leclerc. It's so close. No, 1.1, 1.0, but it's not under a second. Slim is not close enough this time by. Hillsrup will have his teammate's DRS though. That will help him pull away from Nova. Can Slim get the 6 seconds on Osai Nova he needs for the podium? Hillsrup let Slim go in good faith and good trust that Slim can get up to and ahead of Leclerc and bring Leclerc to Hillsrup. Slim is 3 seconds a gap between themselves. Osai Nova is starting to stabilise and J1 still can't find a way through. Oh, it's agonising because if he can pass Osai Nova, it will be a podium for Jamie 1. Agonising for him right now. But of course he's fighting. Is that? I thought it was raining then. It is raining. It's spitting with rain. Is it enough to make any difference? But it is starting to rain with 3 laps to go. I don't think it's going to make any difference. And look, Slim is within the DRS. And so is Hillsrup. Oh my word, who's going to win this race? And the spits of rain out there, is it going to make any difference to the track? I don't think it is. It's not raining heavy enough. Oh, where was that rain a few laps ago? Leclerc going defensive on Slim. Slim's got 6 seconds of penalties, of course, but now tucked up. Hillsrup will be saying, come on, Slim, get at him. Make him make a mistake. Nova's pulled away from Jamie. Of course, Nova's on the wrong tyres for these conditions. You don't want to be on hards, and the rain's falling even heavier right now. On board with Slim. He's right behind the back of Leclerc. And there is the other Renault, right behind the back of his teammate. Nova running very wide there. That will cost Nova a little bit of time, and J1's getting back to him. But now look at Slim pestering the back of that Red Bull. He needs to get this move done. As it stands, Slim would finish 5th as it stands, and Nova would take 3rd with the penalties. Leclerc under some extreme pressure as the rain continues to team down on the visors. Slim gets even closer and closer. Look at the lead leaders. There's your front 5. A 6 second gap to Granty Boy, who's just ahead of Bjorn. Bjorn would probably take that 6 back on penalty. And Slim now going for the lead of the race. Here we go. DRS wide open and Slim leads. He's got 2 laps to absolutely nail it. He's got to get a gap to Osai Nova for a podium. And now can Hillsrup get behind? Hillsrup right behind. So for the net win, it's between the 2 quick drivers of Leclerc and Hillsrup. As it stands, Leclerc would take the lead of the championship, but Hillsrup will be doing everything he can to not let that happen. Granted, one was for the version of disqualification, the rain falling even heavier now. Slim getting away. As a Jamie James, then a bounty. Hillsrup runs slightly wide. 3.2, Slim has to find 3 seconds in these 2 laps to get on the podium. Jamie 1 will be claiming 4th as it stands. And Leclerc cutting the chicane there. Trying to stay with it, he has to, because Leclerc will want to stay within the DRS of the leader. Down to the hairpin for the penultimate time. The rain continues to fall, but I don't think it's making much difference too much. Jamie 1 can see a podium. It's just there for him right now. Slim pulled away. Leclerc did get DRS. So in Hillsrup. Will Hillsrup have a little go? The answer is no. It's not close enough as the rain will be putting them off big time. But last lap, here we go. Leclerc has got DRS again. The front 5 are separated by 4.5 seconds. Incredibly close. Hillsrap needs Slim to get on with it and go, so Leclerc does not get his DRS. Hillsrap needs a fresh run. Oh, Steve may have just blown some points there as well. Outside Nova, the stands will be on the podium. He's just ahead of Jamie. Jamie will jump Slim. Slim looking at 5th place. Hillsrap literally pushing Leclerc along. Leclerc is out of DRS, so Hillsrap will have a straight run. This could go into the final corners for the win of this race, guys. Mighty, mighty close. Here we go. Down to the hairpin. Hillsrap doesn't want to do it here. Leclerc's going defensive. Oh, did they try and give it to the DRS? Oh, they made contact. Leclerc wanted it. He's not going to get it. And Hillsrap's pushing him up the hill. Here we go. It's going to be a photo finish. Can Hillsrap pass Leclerc for the win? Here we go. Side by side. The fans are on their feet. This is it. Rally beat Red Bull. It's 2 great drivers. Hillsrap takes the win. He's done it. Round the final corner. It's the Greek driver Hillsrap who wins in Canada. Just ahead of Leclerc. What a finish. Outside Nova takes 3rd. Jamie Ward takes his best position in 4th for the season. Slim drops to 5th. And that was an outstanding finish. Hillsrap is right back in it for the championship. What a finish. Bjorn takes 6th. Who's getting the final few points? Frisky scores again. 2 races running. Frisky scores. Rimpey does take 8th. Steve just misses out in 11th. Lucas takes 9th. Jamie James, who's giving the fans so their money's worth there in 12th. My word, what a finish. Incredible finish to the race. Hillsrap wins it on the final corner. Let's get the guys in for an interview. That was incredible. I can't help. Rimpey would have been way up there if he had just put on some tyres towards the end of that race. The safety car threw it up nicely. Oh. What a race. Hillsrap wins on the final corner. Wow. So let's get the guys in. Hillsrap takes GFO Esports says congratulations Hillsraptors. What a performance. What a race. We knew he had pace in qualifying, but the race pace was absolutely outstanding. Leclerc leads the championship, by the way. Leclerc does lead the championship now. Frisky Biscuit does now have more points than what he had last season. Slim, for the 2nd race this season, crossed the line in 1st and is demoted to 5th on penalties. He picked up 3 seconds in the first 3 laps, of course. Great race there by Bjorn, 6th place. Granty Boy, despite his 15 seconds, Granty Boy finishes 7th, my word. Rimpey in 8th. Rimpey, I just should have stopped. 1 stop, wow, Rimpey managed a 1 stop. Lucas 9th, he picked up 5 seconds under the safety car with Bjorn. And Frisky Biscuit's done it again. 2 points scores in a row for Frisky Biscuit. Steve just missed out. How unlucky for Steve. Jamie James 12th. Matt 2 out again. My word, Matt 2. The Zenith curse continues. So who have we got in chat? I'm just waiting for Hillsrap to write a message. He has no mic, Hillsrap, so I'm just going to wait for him to... I tell you what, credit to Hillsrap for letting Slim pass. Brilliant tactics. Let Slim go, which is a big risk in itself, hoping he'd pass Leclerc. He did. And let's just wait for Hillsrap to write his victory speech. It's just coming now as the drivers are joining the chat. So let's get into the interviews as soon as I've heard from... Where's Leclerc? Let's get Leclerc in as well. Oh, wow. That is... Well, let's get to our... So, Hillsrap's still writing up. So, let's get to the man who finished 2nd. Oh, we can't. No, that's Leclerc. He's not here. Okay, so let's go outside Nova then. Finished 3rd in the end. Incredible. Well, a bounce back definitely was, because after the last race you needed those points, but those hard tyres, were you second thinking yourself after that late decision for hards?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I feel like the race was actually like in the bag up until that safety car. Hillsrap was probably quicker in general because like he had a lot more pace at the start, but I was on a two-stop and the two-stop was going to definitely be much quicker. But yeah, when that safety car came out, it bunched everything up and I thought, right, I'm going to have to go on hards. It'd been best to go mediums, obviously, but because I'd been on mediums twice already, I couldn't, so I thought hards. But looking back on it, obviously, if I'd gone on softs like Leclerc did, probably would have won it. But hindsight is a wonderful thing. Still a podium. So yeah, on the next one.
And this championship battle between yourself, Leclerc, and Hillsrap, who now puts himself in it. This is, even for you, this must be exciting. This has got to get the adrenaline going every race.
Well, see, I'm still at the mindset that I'm not even really in the title. It might sound ridiculous, but I feel like it's a four-horse race. Well, three horses and one little horse. You know, a nice horse still needs to learn how to jump. You know, drink milk. But next season, that horse will be on form.
And quickly to the driver behind you, Jamie Wan, by far his best race of the season. Did you feel you had the pace of Jamie Wan, or was he really put you under some pressure at the end there?
No, yeah, I definitely could keep him behind. Still a great race from him, obviously, absolutely. Did an amazing job. But I was saving loads of ERS for the back straight, so every time I got near, I could just eat myself further down the road anyway. So, yeah, it was all right in the end.
Well done, mate. The perfect bounce-back race for you. However,
Thank you very much.
Just leave the championship now on to, where are we next? I think Silverstone next, in fact.
Austria.
Austria. It is Austria next. Thank you. Thank you, mate. Hillsrap says, "Boah, I had great pace and felt like the podium was on the cards. The safety car helped me to bunch up the pack. Well done, top three. Slim did an excellent job on the last stint. Sorry for not joining, guys. But Hillsrap, if you're listening, mate, what a win. He took it on the last corner, on the last chicane, passing Leclerc. Let's go to, well, Jamie Wan's not here. What a best performance of the season by him, without a doubt. Brilliant race by Jamie Wan. Slim, second race this season. You've crossed the line in first, and you've been demoted to fifth due to penalties. Mate, how are you? You must be pretty gutted right now.
Yeah, that's basically it. I've done it twice this season, and what hurts more about this one is I felt that I was easily one of the quickest on track without sounding like a bit of a dick. But did some good moves, but two penalties early on. One of them was just mostly because of overtaking people. It's just annoying.
Yeah, we said before the race, penalties are going to play a big part in this race. You picked up, you're always on the back foot, picking up the early stops. Were you surprised that Hillsrap let you go there? Because that was very good of him.
Hey guys,
well, I'm not surprised, but I hoped he would. He did it in Australia. The race pretty much went exactly the same as Australia. But yeah, he let me through there, and he let me through now. Purely because he knew there was no way I was building a 6-second gap to him. He just knew he could stick with me. Glad he did, because it gave me a chance to build the gap to Nova, but in the end tyres died and it just wasn't enough.
Another top five, Austria next. How are you feeling about your championship at the moment?
Sums it up as just frustrating at the moment, but I knew the first half of the season wouldn't be good because it's just my weaker tracks. So I've kept myself close. So now in the tracks that I can actually compete at, I just need to start having more of those performances minus the penalties.
Yeah. Slim, hopefully Austria will be a bit of a bounce back for you, and this time penalty free and able to fight the guys at the top and cross the line in first for real next time.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm going to go to Leclerc and Lucas in a second, because then Lucas can translate for Leclerc and then do his own interview. So I will go to Rimpy, who had a good race, more points for the Finnish driver. I can't help but feel though, Rimpy, do you regret not pitting under the last safety car?
Yeah, I should have pitted, and those points were probably least deserved. My career.
Because I was going to say,
Yeah,
if you,
my plan was to be slow and take no penalties, and I accomplished that pretty much.
you certainly did, and you jumped a whole load of places at the end because of it. However, yeah, that final pit, if you'd pitted, you would have gone to last, but however, fresh tyres, you would have got some overtaking done. You would probably have jumped into the top 5 with no penalties, but 2 races down, 4th in Baku, 8th in Canada. Are you quite happy with the start you've made so far?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm just glad this race is over. Canada is my worst track.
I think everybody agrees with that one.
I feel you,
Yeah.
bro, so much.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's anybody's favourite track.
P8 is more than I hoped for.
Well, exactly, that's a bonus. And Austria next. How are you feeling around Austria? How do you usually go around the Austrian track?
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good.
Good, and and again, good points for Racing Point with Jamie coming 4th and yourself in 8th. Racing Point on a bit of a revival. We saw you letting Jamie go also in the race. You two seem to have a good little connection. You let him also gave him a tow in qualifying.
Yeah, he was definitely the fastest Racing Point today, so no point holding him back.
Absolutely, it looks like a good little team now in the making. So, Rimpy, congratulations and thank you for joining us, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's go to Leclerc, 2nd in the race with Lucas to translate if he gets stuck. Leclerc, what a finish, my friend. Went to the very last corner. Did you think you had it? Did you think you'd held off Hilsarap?
Ωραίος αγώνας, λέει, ωραία μάχη μέχρι τέλους. Πιστεύεις ότι μπορούσες ότι το είχες στο τέλος ή όχι?
Ήταν 50-50 οι πιθανότητες να τερματίσω πρώτος, διότι είχε πιο φρέσκια medium ο Ηλίας και έτσι το εκμεταλλεύτηκε με το καλύτερο τρόπο ώστε να πάρει την νίκη. Αυτό.
It was a 50-50 chance to finish first because Ilias had fresher tires, which were much quicker at the end, so it wasn't easy to keep him behind. So yeah.
Leclerc, do you regret putting on the softs, or do you wish you'd gone mediums?
My strategy for the start of the race,
He went on mediums twice like I did.
Yeah, that. 2 mediums, and I select no hards for the end. I select softs, and his soft keys
I see,
give me
yes.
P2.
So you didn't have any mediums left like Oside Nova at the end, then it was either hard or softs.
He had no choice anyway.
Yeah,
It wasn't a choice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
See, we don't need Lucas. I'm the best translator there is.
So, Leclerc, you lead the championship now, going into Austria. You got to be feeling happy.
Yes, I'm very, very happy, and I want to say bravo of Ilya Rapp and Nova. Because Nova, he's very strong, no defender. He's good. He's very good driver, and I want to finish on the championship for the fightings. You know, great fightings. No bad fighting. Yes, that.
Yeah. Well said, mate. Well said. Leclerc, congratulations. You lead the championship going to Austria. And then
Thank you, mate.
Lucas, to yourself, mate. Points.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you weren't expecting that halfway through the race.
Mate, my pace was terrible, very slow. I didn't make a single good lap on quali. I didn't even try to do a lap at the end of Q2, and my pace was just abysmal. Everyone just overtook me, almost everyone. After the safety car, I was being overtaken like I had, I don't know, inters.
And
Yeah, I just don't like this
So
track at
points was a welcome return then after that race pace.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for yourself, more points for you is you're starting to come into the top. You're catching the top 7 now quite quickly. What's your season aims going for the rest of the season?
Well, I like this race in a row with no big mistakes, with being more stable. I want to keep on that.
Absolutely. Lucas, more points in the bag, mate. Congratulations. Well done, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Kick them to Granty Boy. Granty Boy, it's like the same every week. You start outside the top 10, you seem to go backwards at the start, and then you seem to finish 6th, 7th every time. That looked pretty wild out there again.
Yeah, wild. First lap wasn't great. Obviously, starting on the hards. I was going to go right to the end to the softs. And yeah, I don't know what happened on turn 1. I hit my teammate at the back. I thought he gave me a little bit more room, but yeah, I had wing damage. He pitted before first lap, so I had to go around, and yeah, I was hoping for a safety car. A safety car come out, hit my wing on the wall.
Yeah,
I was just hoping for the best, to be fair, and then penalty galore. It was quite a stressful one, but glad I set the win. Glad I got points.
Yeah, more points. You're still in that top 10. And yet, again, towards the end of the race, your pace was quick as well. You just must be hoping for that break. That qualifying is really hindering you right now.
Yeah, it's hurtful at the minute, mate. I mean, the top 10 that are going through are very quick. I can't deny about it. Canada wasn't very my strongest track, and as the Q1 and Q2 times were coming in, I thought, yeah, I probably weren't going to do it. I was hoping to stay on the mediums. I didn't want to go softs. I maybe could have. But yeah, no, that was a good push out for P11, and I thought fresh tyres, good position to be in, and it just went downhill.
Downhill,
but no, it was, yeah.
It's still points on the board, mate. Congratulations. On to Austria we go, and hopefully you can get in that top 10 and have a proper race at last.
Yes, I hope so, yeah, definitely.
Granty, well done, mate. Congratulations. And
thank you.
Frisky Biscuit, 2 races in a row. You break your point stuck last time out in Baku, and you're back there again in the points. How are you feeling, buddy?
Oh, I'm loving it at the minute. I mean, it's not massive points in the championship. Like, I'm not gonna knock Nova off the top spot anytime soon, but
hey, listen, it's my guidance. It's simmering down.
It's this part of the season. I enjoy the European stint of the tracks across the European leg of the F1 calendar, so it's been a good couple of tracks. I've had a little bit more time recently to work on my setups, so that's given me a bit more confidence in the car as well. Absolutely. But it's just a lot of little things that's helped.
I was just going to say, the confidence for you now must be sky high. Your qualifying's getting better, and you were fighting Rimpy, Jamie Wan, Lucas. You were fighting them literally all race until the safety car. So you're definitely fighting with those midfield now.
Rimpy is a tough character to pass, I'll tell you that much, even on hards. He's I know there was that little bit of a dodgy dive bomb, but I don't think there was contact into.
No, it was fine. No, I got it on stream. It was fine. Rimpy gave you enough room.
Awesome.
Good racing.
Yeah, but when I did get past him, I couldn't drop him out of the penalties that I had. If he was driving slowly, then he's on a different level. Like,
yeah, he was.
But
he was
yeah,
quick.
I'm enjoying racing. I'm enjoying racing at the minute, and I think that's helping.
Good man, absolutely, yeah. And the points are coming. I said your stronger races are to come. Crucial points for Alpha as well, especially with the battle with Red Bull and
Big up.
There you go. It's Renault, keep moving. Frisky, congratulations, mate. Another brilliant drive. And that's
Cheers,
it, guys. Well, round 7, again, did not disappoint. What a race. The podium and the win went right to the wire, right to the final corner. And it was Hilsrap who took his second win of the season. Oside Nova, Leclerc, Hilsrap all now have 2 wins this season. The championship is settling to be one hell of a challenge and battle. Join us next week, round 8, Austria, the halfway mark.